Well, every tribe has their own traditions and ways of doing things. Being chieftain means I must always be mindful of that. I do not expect everyone to follow the way my tribe has done things.
Why are you so leery of outsiders? And I'm going to use your history as an example. Say, for some odd reason, that I was like Dendrosi. I saw a sign, I saw a star falling from the sky, and I came to warn you for whatever reason. All of you would ignore me because I was an outsider. My words mean nothing. I am an outsider. And then you would all die. And this is just an extreme example. Haven't you ever thought to consider that as much as we have to learn from you, you can learn from us? Like, what if an outsider, someone like me, were to come and say, a bunch of wild, rampaging wildebeests are going to come through and destroy the entire village? All of you would scoff at me because I am not one of you, and therefore I am irrelevant, and my words are irrelevant. Have you ever considered that when you all turn your noses up to outsiders?
No, all of us do not turn our noses up to outsiders.
I'm sorry. I use that. I use that generalized. I do not mean to accuse you of that, but I am just. I guess I'm venting a little bit. That's,
Well, like in the story of Dendros, not everyone believed Dendros either. I mean, that has not changed. There are always people that will shut themselves out to what,
look at it's
Oh.
oh, okay. It's black with purple? No, it's black and white. Oh, it's black and white. That's gonna sell for a pretty penny. But that one is mine.
It can be,
Chiefess, do you have the kibble? Give me the kibble.
uh,
Cord.
not everyone has as extreme views of outsiders as, some of the people here. There are many tribes that are very
I know
open
that.
to outsiders, in fact. And there are some that aren't. We have a large variety of acceptance and traditions, cultural leniencies. I think many are a bit afraid of the outside world. They see it as a corrupting presence here in the woods. It is hard to blame them for seeing it in such a way, given how the history of the tower came to be. It is a wariness out of self-preservation, not necessarily a hatred of the outside world. But it is different for everyone, so it is hard to say. Is it a little boy or a little girl?
There's a little girl.
Ah, it'll be much easier to get.
Purple and black.
Did it get a mutation, or is the purple on one of the parents?
No, the father here has a purple stripe of sorts.
Ah. And it got a black center stripe too.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, it's quite a pretty little goat.
Mm-hmm. Family seems to think that is my spirit animal.
People are.
I am not inclined to disbelieve.
People are sometimes quick to assume such things.
If I were to claim any spirit animal that I've always felt drawn to, Rue, of course, but I'm supposed to figure that out for myself, or you would help me figure it out on one of my journeys with you, so we'll see.
A spirit journey is something one embarks on by themselves. Well, depending on the tribe, of course. Everyone has their own traditions. But generally, it is something that one discovers on their own. It is not so much a choosing, it is more a discovery of your spirit animal. It is something that has always been with you since birth. It is will reveal itself when it feels you are ready.
What is yours?
Ah, mine is a bear. Arr. It has been very many years since my spirit walk.
Were you scared?
No, not particularly. One spirit journey in my tribe is a rite of passage into adulthood, you could say. And children usually embark on it somewhere between 12 to 16, and they go off on their own into the woods and return to the tribe, gaining knowledge of themselves, their spirit animal, and returning as an adult. That is just our way. Some tribes involve a hunting, well, are more focused on hunting. More on our spirit journey, you hunt so that you can continue to survive in the wilderness by yourself, but in some tribes you don't actually travel into the woods. You find a secluded spot and you meditate and meditate until you have a vision. There are very many customs. No two tribes are quite alike in this regard. I think the spirit journey is most difficult for those that don't come from a tribe or know of their tribe's uh, tradition. We sort of have to figure out the proper spirit journey for them to go on as we go.
My father never really spoke of his tribe or his people or his anything. taught me how to meditate, but not in the way that you speak of. He taught me how to respect nature and its animals, which is why I grew up as a beastmaster. But beyond that, he never really spoke of it.
Hmm.
I don't know if he wished me to be ignorant of it, or he was ashamed, or he did it for my mother's behalf. I don't know. But I wish I had known more. Made this transition a little easier.
Well, the paths we choose in life are not always the easiest ones. I'm sure your father had his reasons. Was the shaman able to help you with your wounds?
Yes, she's given me a salve to apply to them once a day or twice a day, and should they become more irritated after any spars, to go back to her.
Good, good. Have you been remembering to apply the salve? Hmm. Yes, well, I remember that being young and feeling invulnerable. Long time ago.
I'm under no illusion of being invulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Just learn to ignore them. I don't want to show any sign of weakness in front of your people.
Ah, well, things will get easier as time goes on. Did you have any other questions?
Do you think I can make it? Do you think I stand any chance? No matter how bad I want it or how bad I feel it's what I am meant for. What is your view on it? Do you think I even. I mean. You know what's ahead of me and how the people are and everything. Do you think I stand a chance?
You have certainly chosen the hardest path. But I do not believe the war chief would have even allowed it if she didn't think it was possible for you. And I see no reason to doubt that judgment. The war chief is not one to waste her time on lost causes. She is a very driven woman. This is why she is my war chief.
And then I will take solace in that.
Everyone else will come around eventually. And I'm sure, given the war chief's blessing, the warriors should not have a problem accepting you. Now, if we could just get you to loosen up and be less formal, I think you'd fit in much better.
I don't want to trip up and insult someone. It's why I stay with the formalities.
Oh, please. We're a tribe of many different customs. You think we haven't insulted each other over the years? Oh, there used to be plenty of wars and fights between the tribes. Decades-long feuds far in the past. But now, with the tower looming, we need to come together more than ever. And bringing everyone together is my responsibility. It is not easy. Dendrosi can sometimes be quite a stubborn lot. But when the need is greatest, I believe we will stick together more often than not.
Yes.
And people will see your value, past being an outsider, in time.
I hope.
Well, I need to get these old bones into bed at some point.
All right. Thank you for the talk and for having me and allowing me to move in.
Oh, of course, of course. We had to start progressing things, and sometimes the war chief gets herself distracted a bit much. She's got many responsibilities and duties, and I add to uh, her plate, so to speak, more than most. But hang tough, young one. Your day will come. And do take care.
I look forward to it.
The great tree will smile upon you, I am sure. Good night.